Urgent, Chiefs Kingdom fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Chiefs Kingdom news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Chiefs agree to deal with ex-Packers cornerback. The Chiefs signed Robert Rochelle after 2 seasons with the Packers. The Kansas City Chiefs have agreed to terms with free agent cornerback Robert Rochelle on a 1-year contract, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. The deal was confirmed Friday by Universal Sports Management CEO Kevin Connor. Rochelle, 26, entered the NFL as a 4th-round pick by the Los Angeles Rams in the 2021 NFL Draft. He spent 2 seasons with the Rams, contributing on both defense and special teams, before being waived in 2023. He later joined the Carolina Panthers practice squad before being signed by the Green Bay Packers in October 2023. Rochelle remained with Green Bay for the remainder of the 2023 season and throughout 2024. Robert Rochelle's signing gives Chiefs special teams boost and secondary depth. In 2024, Rochelle played a key role on special teams, logging 121 special team snaps across 11 games. Though he was limited to just 1 defensive snap, he recorded 2 tackles and 1 fumble recovery during the season. His consistent special teams presence became a reliable asset for the Packers. However, Rochelle's most productive defensive season came during his rookie year with the Rams in 2021. That year, he played in 11 games, tallying 14 total tackles, 11 solo, 3 assisted, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, and 4 passes defended. Overall, across his 4-year NFL career, Rochelle has accumulated 25 total tackles, 22 solo, 3 assisted tackles, 3 fumble recoveries, 1 interception, and 4 passes defended. His ability to contribute on special teams while offering positional flexibility in the secondary adds value to a Chiefs roster that continues to focus on depth following a long postseason stretch. The Kansas City Chiefs, coming off a 40-22 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59, continue to retool their roster after falling short of a historic three-peat. Rochelle is expected to compete for a role on special teams coverage units and may provide rotational support at cornerback as the team prepares for the 2025 season. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Chiefs Kingdom news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Stefon Diggs linked to the Chiefs, but drops a hint that points at Bills' top AFC contender needs weapons, but Diggs' latest comments suggest another plan. The Kansas City Chiefs are hunting for firepower this offseason, and one of the biggest names floating around in trade discussions is Stefon Diggs. Kansas City's need for a true number 1 receiver became painfully clear last season when none of their wideouts even cracked 700 receiving yards. The offense still hummed under Patrick Mahomes, but it lacked that game-changing presence on the outside. Enter Diggs. The 4-time Pro Bowler has been linked to the Chiefs, and it makes sense. He's exactly the kind of reliable, high-level receiver that could instantly elevate Mahomes' supporting cast. NFL analysts, including Pro Football Network's Priyanshu Chowdhury, have already pegged Kansas City as a perfect landing spot. But there's a catch-on that might keep this move from happening at all. Did Stefon Diggs just shut down the Chiefs' rumors? While trade buzz continues to swirl, Diggs himself may have dropped a hint about where his head is at. Speaking at the Pro Bowl, he kept things vague but intriguing, saying, "I can't tell you what the future holds, but I'm still being me." That doesn't exactly scream him leaving Buffalo. If anything, it suggests he's in no rush to force his way out, and that's where things get interesting. Multiple reports suggest the Bills have actively worked to keep Diggs away from Kansas City. According to NBC Sports' Chris Sims, Buffalo blocked him from pursuing a move to the Chiefs before his trade to the Houston Texans. The Bills clearly weren't interested in making one of their biggest conference rivals even stronger. Now, with his future once again up in the air, there's a chance Diggs simply opts to stay put. And if Buffalo wants to keep him, they might find a way to make it work. What's next for Diggs and the Chiefs? For Kansas City, the hunt for receiving help isn't slowing down. Even if Diggs doesn't land there, the Chiefs still need to give Mahomes more weapons. They could explore free agency, target a younger player via trade, or even use the draft to find their next WR1. As for Diggs, his cryptic comments leave room for speculation. Maybe he's keeping his options open, or maybe he's already made up his mind. Either way, his decision will send ripples through the AFC. If he does land in Kansas City, it could tilt the balance of power. If he stays in Buffalo, the Chiefs will have to look elsewhere for the missing piece in their offense. Mahomes' new backup finds parallels in air raid upbringings for the second straight season. The Kansas City Chiefs will feature a new backup to superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Last year, Carson Wentz signed a one-year deal in free agency. Once the Chiefs lost in a rough Super Bowl likes to the Philadelphia Eagles, it appeared Wentz's time was done. The team's newest backup quarterback, newly signed Gardner Minshew from the Las Vegas Raiders, is already bringing a spark to the KC locker room. Minshew talked with reporters about his excitement to join Mahomes by pointing out a parallel in their playstyles from college. "I've always been a huge fan of Coach Andy Reid's offenses," Minshew said in his first media availability since joining the Chiefs. "I always felt that was something I could do well in. Pat came up in air raid, and I did as well. Mahomes came to the NFL by way of Texas Tech, where he played in one of college football's most prolific passing systems in the country. In 2016, Mahomes. Last year with the Red Raiders, he led the NCAA in passing yards on the season with 5,052. Just 2 years later, in 2018, Minshew was a senior at Washington State and had one of the best seasons in program history. He threw for 4,179 yards, second in NCAA, and 38 touchdowns, fourth in NCAA Day. The common denominator? Legendary coach Mike Leach. Leach was responsible for constructing Tech's iconic air raid offense during his time in Lubbock from 2000-2009. Although Mahomes didn't play under Leach, the coach's fingerprints were still all over the offensive system Mahomes excelled in. Short leak. After his time at Texas Tech, Leach went to be the head coach at Washington State from 2012 to 2019. In his second to last year with the Cougars, Leach adopted transfer QB Minshew to his air raid regime. The rest is history. While not comparing Mahomes and Minshew's trophy cases from the pros, the fact remains that they each have produced solid careers in the NFL. Those careers are thanks in large part to the pass-heavy schemes they experienced in their upbringings. Mahomes, who had a down year in 2024 and did not throw for over 4,000 yards for the first time as a starter, still plays in an air raid-like system under Andy Reid, notorious for being one of the game's best offensive creators. They've thrived, too, to the tune of 3 Super Bowl wins in the last 6 seasons. Now in 2025, Reid has both Mahomes and Minshew to work with in Kansas City. Of course, Mahomes will still be the everyday starter, but that isn't to say that Minshew will not be ready to learn from one of the league's all-time greats. I'm super fired up to be part of a winning organization and a winning culture. I feel like I have so much to learn about how Coach Reid and Pat operate. I look forward to doing whatever I can to contribute and help this team win," Minshew said. Minshew signed a 1-year contract with Kansas City this offseason. Mahomes, who works to avenge that ugly Super Bowl loss, will now have a backup with a like-minded playstyle to teach. As always, expect a lot of passing touchdowns from the Chiefs in 2025. And now, Chiefs fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Chiefs. I'll be back any moment with more Chiefs Kingdom news.